When rugby players run onto the field, they do so with a team around them. This team also includes the men and women off the field who provide support. The support squad never wavers in their loyalty, cheering the team on, carrying them through difficult times, carrying them over the try line to score, shouting for joy as these tries are converted. Some of these supporters have had their lives changed permanently by the game we all love, but their passion never dies. They remain committed fans. They are a part of the family, and we remain part of the team that supports them from day one on their new journey after the injury. Since 1980, the Chris Berger Pieter Jackson Players Fund has acted as rugby's caring hands. We have supported over 500 seriously injured players from all walks of life, helping them to adapt to life with a new normal after their injuries. We ensure that these players retain their dignity and lead fulfilled lives. To achieve our vision, we provide support at all stages of our recipients' lives, providing mobility equipment such as wheelchairs, special beds and cushions, and the maintenance thereof, assisting with mobility modifications to homes, providing an allocation towards medical consumables, helping with secondary rehabilitation, providing financial support, partnering with education and skills development journeys. We also facilitate transport, and through our involvement with Boxmart, amongst other things, we advocate for safer rugby every day. Rugby is a sport like no other. We look after our own. We understand the duty of care. Every aspect of the injured player's welfare is our concern. Join our support squad today.
Today we are at the beautiful Steenberg Golf Estate on a stunning day in Cape Town. We are here today as one of our handful of fundraisers that we host at the Players Fund, where we say thank you to women of all walks of life. We say thank you to the superwomen that are the backbones of our recipients and that provide selflessly cares for them 24/7. We are here to support them, to raise funds for them and our recipients, and just one of a few fundraisers of the year. So we always encourage you to join. If you never made it this time, please join next year as well. It really is a stunning event.
It's a privilege to be here and to be a part of this fantastic initiative. From my point of view, I've always been acutely aware of the role that the fund plays. As a professional rugby player, I was acutely aware that the risks that are associated with the game, and to have the knowledge that there's a safe pair of hands in the form of the Players Fund is something that we were obviously very grateful to have, and something that I continue to be passionate about, and this is a great opportunity for me to give back in a small and simple way.
Today we had Babal Walacha as our guest speaker.
Well, as you know or may not know, I'm from Khayelitsha, Cape Town, which is quite a notorious township, especially tough place to grow up if you're a young woman who's trying to find herself, who's trying to be someone. But I think that when I got into the sport of rugby, my mindset changed completely. The penny dropped just like that. It was a complete realization that rugby is a massive opportunity for me to better my life, to better my community, as I do lots of coaching in Khayelitsha, as you may have seen. And that has just propelled me into a space where I'm able to get an education, where I studied at the University of the Western Cape towards a law degree, which I completed. And, you know, I think more than anything, it was the love and the passion of the game that, you know, pushed me to want to break barriers, to want to show people who look like myself, to show the kids from my township what was possible in the world.
I think your story up to now is remarkable. I think that what really stands out for me as well is the fact that you're wanting to give back through your coaching as well as your foundation that you're a part of. Why do you think it is so important that this foundation plays a role in the lives of these young girls?
Well, I find it to be absolutely important, not only because it's really close to my heart, but it's a real problem. You know, issues that affect women have been shied away from for too long, and there's been taboos associated with that. For some people, it's even difficult to say menstruation, which shouldn't be the case. So it's about elevating young girls to being confident in their bodies and with the natural processes that occur in their bodies. And that shouldn't be something that holds them back. So for me, it's really about creating those opportunities for them to thrive by just being themselves. So essentially, we're trying to solve a global problem that affects many, many young South Africans. And sometimes, or most of the time, it keeps them out of school. Some girls will not go to school because they just don't have access to sanitary products. They just can't. They really just can't. And that in itself puts them on the back foot in life and in many other spheres of life as well. So it's really about changing that and changing that narrative, and ultimately just ending period poverty altogether. It shouldn't be a problem. If it were up to me, sanitary products would be free, entirely free. And my good friend Sylvia, he always says that if men bled once a month, sanitary products would be free. You know?
And also Sinead Cornelissen, Guinness World Record holder.
So I'm looking after 91 of our recipients, so former rugby players that have had spinal cord and neck injuries on the rugby field. So we're there, literally the rugby's carrying hands, as we say, and as soon as there's an injury that's happened on the rugby field, doesn't matter what level it is, schoolboy, can be Craven Week, it can be international, spine line basically gets called and we next in line, and we are there immediately just to assist where we can, from the hospital setting straight through to rehab, and if we need to then assist them if they become a recipient, from supplying them with wheelchairs, electric beds, manual beds, mattresses, whatever they need. Basically, the swim, I was asked to join a team of ladies, and there was 4 of us. And it was a swim from Miller's Point all the way to Roy Els, which is a 33-kilometer swim. I accepted graciously, not really knowing what I was getting myself into, but I'm always been open to putting myself out there and just seeing what I can do, and you don't know where your body actually ends up taking you at the end of the day, and it's a massive mind game. So we started at about 5 o'clock in the morning. Our race officially started at 6, and you start on land and you end on land. According to the Cape Long Distance Swimming Association, if you want your swim to be registered, you need to then start on land and end on land. So that was our first step. We knew what the time was of the previous ladies that actually did the swim. It was about 8 hours and 49 minutes, but we weren't going for any record at all. We were there just to enjoy the swim, have fun, and just to support each other. We all were doing it for the first time.
And what time did you eventually achieve?
We did 7 hours and 38. So we broke the record by an hour, just over an hour.
We had an amazing lineup today, as we do every year. We're always looking to collaborate as well with women in South Africa, in Cape Town. So if you would like to come on board, drop us an email, visit our website. It's playersfund.org.za, or follow us on social media. It's at playersfund_SA.